This is Coffee Chat, Redefining the Empty Nest. Here are your hosts, Lisa McGrath and Renee Lowry.
Hello and welcome to Coffee Chat, Redefining the Empty Nest. I'm Renee.
And I'm Lisa.
And welcome. We are going to have a wonderful chat today, and we can't wait to tell you a little bit about us and what we're doing today.
Absolutely. So, Renee, I think because of our experiences that we've had with our businesses, I'm an achievement coach and book coach, and you're a relationship coach. This is really close to what a lot of women face right now. And I know for myself, the clients that I've talked to, they identify themselves with their job, or they identify themselves as a mom, as a wife. And the people that I work with, if they've been divorced or these children, how this happens, I don't know. They grow up and they decide to move on with their own lives. Of course, we're raising them to be independent, but to see them go off, all of a sudden, these women are fighting for their identity. They don't know what their purpose is. They don't know what they want from their lives. And again, since I've made it through that section of my life with my boys growing up and marrying and moving out, I understand. And I see you and speak with you in your journey, and you're right in the middle, having one grown and flown and one still at home. So what do you think?
Yes.
Do people, as a relationship coach, do you see the same thing with people, moms, attaching themselves to that title?
I absolutely do. I feel like we do this in many different areas of our lives, and it's anything you tie your identity to. If it changes, it's threatening in some fashion. So keeping our identity separate, like you're talking about, and knowing who we are outside of our children is so important. It's absolutely crucial to your own sanity. It is easy to get caught up in the same rhythm of taking care of your kids. It becomes a pattern of doing, I like to call it, because it's this. You just get in a mindset, it's a habitual at some point. You just have a pattern of doing it that way. But what we don't often realize is that it does take that conscientious choice to say, hey, this doesn't have to be this way. It's okay if I choose to do something different. It's okay if this isn't everything to me. So yeah, absolutely. I have a lot of clients too that struggle with this. I have one mother in particular that I'm working with right now who is the mother of a single child teen son who she's very concerned that she's going to have real heartache when he leaves home. And I know that she's told me he's concerned about leaving her alone. There's so many high feelings at this particular juncture, especially when there's just the two of them. It is challenging, and I think that's why we created this show, because we want to help people know they're not alone and have some tools and some real strategies and tips. And you're right, you and I are in the position to make that happen.
That's right. And I think and the audience doesn't know this, but just us having coffee and chatting like this on our own and discussing what you're going through with one still at home, and the fact that you know that she's leaving eventually and you're preparing for that now. And I think a lot of women, if they had that advice to prepare, find their purpose, find those hobbies, find those creative outlets, really identify almost like the faucet of a diamond, right? All of those different sides that they really could just glow and shine in all areas of their life. That being a mom is not the end of everything, that there's still more to happen. So I think I'm excited that we're going to be able to share this with so many women and men. With men, I have a client that he's a single dad. and he has a 10-year-old son. And so we've been talked to a lot of women, but he has his 10-year-old son, and the conversations and the things that they do at their house are slightly different. And so it's fitting his son into his schedule with his work, as well as in balancing it. And I'm like, women have been doing that for many years. Women have been able to figure out how to do it all. And so it's interesting to see that other perspective. But closely identifying our personal roles is real important. And I'm looking forward to redefining that.
Right. Absolutely. One of my favorite tips for this particular time in this transition is to start early and start setting practices in place that can become tradition. So like one of the things that I tell my mother of the teenage son who's really anxious is start planning Mother's Day for him now, so he doesn't have to think about it. Like, come up with a routine, a tradition that's important to you, and start making it important to him, so that when he is out on his own, he already knows what to do. So it's a little smoother of a transition, and you both still have that time. You know for a fact you're going to be together, connect, and bond. Yep.
Yeah. I love that tip. I love that tip. And I'm hoping that Coffee Chat, Redefining the Empty Nest, that we have loads of tips to share with our audience. And so it's going to be an exciting time.
It will. And I can't wait. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah. So next time on Coffee Chat, we'll have a guest, and we'll be introducing our guest and sharing conversation, just a simple dialogue to really let people brag about their kids, reminisce, share stories, a laugh, and maybe some wisdom too.
If you'd like to be a guest on Coffee Chat, follow the link, be a speaker, and apply. Subscribe and like our videos. You can follow Redefining the Empty Nest on YouTube or join the Facebook group.